This is the new face of volunteerism. With just a keyboard, a mouse, and a few clicks, you can help groups and NGOs all around the world without ever leaving your home. It's called virtual volunteering.
Virtual volunteering is a way for people who either don't want to volunteer on site, who are unable to, or even for ministries that don't have the capacity or the space to put people. They don't have computers or space, but they need help.
Becca Nelson is volunteer coordinator for the Tech Mission, a faith-based organization located in Boston that connects ministries and organizations with volunteers on the internet.
Tech Mission started as a way to bridge the digital divide for low-income neighborhoods. We wanted to connect people with resources to people with no resources, especially in the body of Christ. Right. And so it was at first computer training centers. And then Christian volunteering came on the scene, I think around 2006.
The beauty of virtual volunteering, says Nelson, is that people from all walks of life can help remotely with web design, grant writing, translation, data entry, and even prayer.
Recently, I've been visiting a woman who's in a nursing facility, and she's dying from the AIDS virus. She often tells me that she feels helpless or like useless. And so I encourage her in prayer because she has so much time. And I'll say, there's so many people who need prayer. There's so many ministries who need prayer. And she gets encouraged. And she thought, I can do that.
In just the last 2 years, Nelson says between 18 and 19,000 matches have been made. And with smartphones now all the rage, the mission wants to take virtual volunteering mobile.
Virtual volunteering is perfect because if you can have a task that you can do quickly, like if you're organizing content for someone or you are helping them to sort something or you're doing some sort of data entry that you could do on your phone, that would be a great way for virtual volunteering really to go even further, is if people had it on their phones.
But even though virtual volunteering is becoming more popular, statistics show that Canadians are still volunteering the old-fashioned way. It's estimated that 12.5 million Canadians volunteer. Deborah Gardner doesn't believe that figure. She thinks it's closer to 15 million.
When you call or talk to somebody and say, do you volunteer? Many people will say, I would love to, but I'm just too busy. I teach at Sunday school, let's say. I coach my kids' soccer. So if I had time, I would volunteer. What people don't realize is that is volunteering.
Gardner is executive director of Volunteer Toronto, a branch of the larger Volunteer Canada, which posts thousands of volunteer opportunities and provides training and development for people in the volunteer sector. There are no usual suspects when it comes to volunteerism, she says. And despite what most people think, seniors no longer corner the market.
Well, right now, there are more seniors who are volunteering. About 7% of the population does 78% of the volunteering. Wow. But the youth demographic, which we're saying people under 20, sort of 14 to 20, is the fastest growing for participation.
While some see it as just free or unpaid labor, Gardner says it's important to recognize the ways volunteering contributes to society.
So if you are wanting to develop skills, let's say you're wanting to become more assertive and more confident. Well, if you try that at work, you might feel stress. But as a volunteer, you can go beyond your comfort zone, go beyond what you're familiar with.
From an economic perspective, volunteers are vital to the bottom line, she says.
We are in the nonprofit sector, larger than the automobile sector in Canada. We contribute 8% of the gross national product.
And for businesses, Gardner says studies have shown companies who volunteer in the community are more likely to keep their employees.
I brought my boots that I wear to work.
And those employees are much happier about their companies because it's more than just the bottom line. It's more than making money. It's about giving back to the community.
And with the recent economic downturn, more and more people are relying on community services, often not realizing just how much they rely on volunteers to operate. Volunteers don't replace work, she says. They enhance it.